Sorry, was mid-fight and responding to a potential jump. Oh, you're fine, Durgan. Oh. Oh, are they going after all the sorceresses? Yeah, they're going after all the sorceresses that are part of that coven. Well, I don't think it ended up very well for the guards. Oh, well, never mind. Apparently the guards won. They're killing all sorceresses. It is a witch hunt. Kind of alt roll around, watch everyone die. Stuffy killing dragons are okay as long as they are bad dragons. I mean, I didn't really kill her, I saved her. Wow, they're kind of like if you're gonna kill somebody, don't just torture them. It's like Jesus. I got this email today saying I can upgrade my credit card and then pay an annual fee of 100. Why the hell would I want to upgrade? I guess it would depend on what the upgrade entails. Wow, he is literally killing every mage and like every sorcerer and sorceress. Like anybody that knows magic, he just doesn't want. Yeah, holy shit.
In the beginning, there was chaos.
Well, there's a lot more chaos now. Oh, dude, Radovid fucking hates Witch, apparently. That's not Stennis, right? Stennis and Radovid are different people, right? I keep thinking it's Stennis, but that's not Stennis. Gives me rewards, but I don't even use a card for. Oh, then I wouldn't do it. Like, if you don't even use a card, it's like, psh. Geralt, why are we do not want to go, Geralt? No, Geralt. There's only death in there, Geralt. You saw what they do to the witches, just think what they do to a witcher. Oh, hi, Gorvith. I'm surprised you're still here.
What happened to Saskia?
She's alive. Wounded from our scrap, but alive. She impaled herself on a tree, and then I had to use that dagger. But she'll make it. Mountain air is good for
I think he really likes her. Thank you, Shockwave, for the videos. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Gwynblade.
I'm no human.
I'm glad you reminded me. My hatred for the species abated.
Yeah, even though he was human before, he's not human anymore.
Strange thing. He sits in the Temerians' former camp.
Oh, so this is how we're gonna end it?
How do you know?
I saw him. He's got Triss.
Let's go. Tell me what happened here on the way.
So it's gonna come down to just it's Letho and me are gonna be the final fight. I think you mean before the unicorns. Last time I used it was when I had to pay the big vet bill law, but that's it. I'm following you, Yorvith. I have no idea where I'm going in this town. This town is a literal hell zone. Can I borrow it? Can I borrow what? The card?
Not necessarily in that order. The pastimes of the Order's pious knights. And the regular troops soon followed suit. The kings, with their choice units, left the city just after the dragon attack.
Well, I mean, he did scoop out Philippa's eyes, so I shouldn't be surprised. But this is
that is to say, they shot anyone who dared approach their camp.
I'm surprised there's any sorceresses left, any people that know magic left in the third game. Because it looked like, this was supposed to be like this whole town, this whole city was based on like mages and sorcerers, or like magic wielders, right?
When we're done with you, you'll be a lump of whimpering meat.
I think Witcher's Geralt's about to stab. Yeah, Geralt's about to stab you.
Elf! Killed a non-human.
I'm about to kill you. Not the shield. What? Stop doing the shield. Why aren't you doing fire? Do the fire, Geralt. There you go. Yeah, I'm surprised there's anybody that knows magic in the third game. It looks like they just killed literally every magic user in this town. I feel sorry for that girl. I mean, those men deserve to die.
Beasts! Bloody sons of bitches!
I didn't even think she was a sorceress, because she didn't even try to fight back.
Yes, thank you. Leave me.
Oh, okay.
What happened here?
When the summit ended, we hid in one of the houses, but they found us. They cut off both my sister's hands so she wouldn't cast spells. But I managed to escape. They caught me here.
Let's go, Gwynblade. This is madness.
Yeah, this is fucked.
That's what it looks like now.
Holy shit! This went from a fantasy RPG game to a horror game very fast.
I think I heard something.
Imperial troops.
Yeah, everything that's effect.
Long live the Emperor!
I'm surprised because you would think that because they're magic wielders. You'd think if all the magic wielders came together, you'd think they'd be able to take on just a couple guards. So how are they so like, unless they're just very weak mages, but how were the mages, like, overran so easily? Because I would think the magic wielders would have an upper hand against just measly guards. Unless they had something that could counter the mages. It just seems like they died. It just seems like the mages lost way too easily. No, don't you do it! Get!
Die, Nordling!
How dare you call me a Nordling? Gotta hand it to the true story. It's all over again. One thing I remember, you're talking about Final Fantasy 0, right? Is that what you're referencing to? I don't think I ever played that. Yeah, again, I would think an army of mages could take down an army of guards in like a heartbeat.
Finish your story.
I managed to sneak into the Nilfgaardian camp. It was relatively quiet there. Then I saw Letho leading Fritz back.
They let him go?
No one
I think I
dared
went the
stop
wrong
him.
way.
I followed him.
Maybe?
I think he noticed me, but didn't seem to care. Once the fighting died down, he went to the former Tenarian camp.
Oh my god, look at all the poppies!
Letho defended us from marauders.
Oh, Letho. Oh, hi, Letho. Oh my god, Triss. Triss has seen some shit. Triss looks so traumatized.
Stop, Yorvith. I'm going alone.
Why?
This is between the two of us. Take care of Triss until I return.
Your choice.
Mine, indeed. There's one more thing you need to know. Nilfgaard's armies have crossed the Yaruga. War is inevitable.
Va fail, Gwynblade. Don't get killed.
Farewell,
First mission
Yorvith.
of fighting
If
an
I
army
don't
by
return
yourself
within
because they
the hour,
turned off the
find
magic
Saskia
button?
and leave without
They're
me.
just like, no magic for you.
Are you all right?
Yes. He saved me from the Nilfgaardians. And defended me from the troops.
Why would he help,
It's
though?
time to end this. Yorvith's waiting. I'll catch up with you soon.
Unless he wants to
Geralt,
just have a
he
one-on-one
knows
with
a
Geralt.
lot.
I know, Triss. That's why we need to talk.
Oh, that's right, because Yorvith knows, or not
Don't
Yorvith,
get killed, Witcher.
Letho knows about Geralt's
I won't.
past. Because they used to be friends. Oh, so sorry, Tristan. Ew, Triss, half joking. Half actually right. Oh. Again, I don't know because I haven't played the game. Hello, Letho. Fancy meeting you here. Nice diamond you got there.
A while.
It's a big diamond.
Is that bauble from Sheila's megascope?
Oh, he's the one that changed out the diamond.
My final prank. I switched the diamonds. The one in the megascope has a flaw. Minute. But just large enough to warp the teleport. The Emperor's magic theorists assured me the effect would be spectacular.
Well, about that.
I let her escape.
You're heartless. You've no idea what the royal witch hunters have in store for her. A lot of pain for a long time.
I don't doubt it. So, ready to lay your cards out on the table?
No matter the game, there comes a point when all the players need to show their cards. I love that moment. But first,
Battle?
vodka.
Vodka? What do you mean vodka? First time vodka? How do I know it's not poisoned? Those arms had. They're like, well, he beat my butt pretty bad in the first fight I had him. I mean, I've been through a lot, so fine.
I suppose my throat's a little dry.
In that case, let's drink to old friendship.
Yeah, why is he being so nice? Unless there's more to this than I know. Watch it be poison. Geralt, you need to let him drink first. Oh, never mind. Okay, it's not poisoned.
Recovered
vodka.
your memory yet?
Not entirely.
Remember how we first met?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, back
I
in
saved
elementary
your
school.
life. Couldn't think of a nicer way to pay me back.
Frankly, I couldn't. I mean, taking care of another man's woman, Yennefer. I can't fathom what you saw in her, but I suppose there's no accounting for taste.
Wait, he took care of Yennefer? So I saved his life and he took care of Yennefer
The
for me?
winter solstice, 1270. Middenvern, the night of magic. Letho wasn't lying. The hunt had stopped. At the Hanged Man's tree, the spectral riders selected from among those they had taken. Yennefer was among them. A wraith cannot be killed, only driven away. Every witcher knows that. Yet the riders fell beneath the blows of our witcher's blades. Crimson blood flowed from under their dead men's armor. We could not kill them all. They were simply too many. A stalemate. He was different from all other elves. There was no shame in his gaze. He had never suffered persecution. He had endured no massacres. Humans had not taken his land. This elf was not of this world. He was an invader. We struck a deal. My soul for that of Yennefer. He agreed without hesitation.
Oh, so literally Geralt gave up his life to save Yennefer? But then how are you here?
Back with me, friend. Got the feeling you left for a minute.
Memories. I remember the hanged man's tree and the wild hunt. I remember the exchange. Me for Yennefer.
So, cards out on the table. Unless you chase me all that way just to kill me.
Let's finish this. I chased you for many reasons. Yeah, because again, you kind of framed me for somebody's death.
I chased you for lots of reasons. You owe me some explanations to start with.
Let's say I do.
Oh my god. That opened up a lot of things. What was it all about? What was the aim?
Care to tell me what it was all about?
Kill as many rulers as we could.
But why?
Lay the blame on the sorceresses. Breed chaos. Prepare the North. Soften it before the invasion. And you know what's incredible? We could not have imagined more fertile.
So he just wanted to cause chaos?
No matter what the war's outcome, the northern monarchs will accuse one another. Pursue their God-given rights. Seek vengeance and be at each other's throats for years to come. The North resembles a whorehouse on fire, as your friend Dandelion would say.
So he wanted to kill all the kings and kill the sorceresses just to cause chaos. To kill the kings and then accuse the sorceresses of doing it, which would get the sorcerers killed. That's why, but why? Just to soften up the North so then when war started it'd be easier to take over? I'm still curious about the assassinations. I need to know the whole picture. Wait, I want to go back to the thing. Wait. I'm still curious about the assassinations. Oh my god. Oh my. You leave Dandelion out of this. Oh. Poor tree trunk man. Yennefer and the Wild Hunt. Oh my god, you know a lot of things. Why did you wait for me?
Why are you still here? Why did you wait for me this time?
I knew you wouldn't give up. I knew you'd pursue me. And I don't aim to hide anymore.
I mean, you've literally been the person I've been searching for the entire game.
Only you know the truth about me. Well, and a couple of folks whose word isn't worth spit anymore. I never saw you as a foe. I want to go my way. But if I have to fight you first, so be it. This story ends here and now.
So neither friends nor foes kind of thing, like we're just kind of like acquaintances. Why did you become an Imperial spy? I mean, because aren't Witchers mainly mercenaries, so they do everything for money. So I mean, it's like it's probably because somebody paid
How did
them.
a Witcher agree to kill humans at another human's bidding?
At the Emperor's bidding, Geralt. And he's no ordinary human. The rulers of the North come up to about where his Pauline's end.
Why?
Simple. He promised to rebuild the School of the Viper.
Oh.
The Witcher's order where I came to be.
He wanted to rebuild his family.
Schools in the South fell into ruin long ago. And Witchers themselves became internal exiles, banned from entering most cities. Besides Serret and Ox, I know of 2 other Witchers of the School of the Viper who should be alive and on the path. I don't know where they are. Haven't seen them for years. Now they can come out of hiding. They can come home.
So he just wants to rebuild his order. I mean, that's understandable. I'm not gonna blame him for that. That's actually kind of noble. Witchers are monster hunters for hire. Yeah, no, that's why I was like, he probably did it for coin, but he actually did it for more of a noble cause. He just went about it the very bad way. Riders of the Hunt, you know who they are.
How did you know where we'd find the Wild Hunt?
Every Witcher who wears the Viper around his neck knows the place. We had so many books and scrolls about the hunt that I used to think our school was founded for the very purpose of solving the riddle of the spectral riders.
Know who they are? You know the true identities of the riders?
From what I understand, they're some damn elven race. But they turned out to be a big ruse. The legendary omen of war proved to be a
So,
fairground
the race of the
attraction.
Wild Hunt are like
no
a different
market
race
square
of
mage
elves?
could possibly conjure up a cavalcade of wraiths speeding across the sky.
Like
Then
dark
there's
elves?
the amnesia. No, there's something more, I assure you.
Go ahead, enlighten me. I can tell you want to.
There are a lot of legends and myths about it, but the Wild Hunt is a fact. I've fought and killed many of its wraiths. They were spectral emanations, the avatars of real riders. The riders we ran into by the Hanged Man's tree.
Are you telling me you were carried off by elves? Real material sons of bitches like the ordinary kind we deal with in this world?
They may be ordinary in their world, but they're strangers in ours.
Let's say,
The conjunction of
they don't
spheres.
sound normal.
Know the theory? Do you know how monsters appeared in our world?
There's not a witcher who doesn't know that.
So you know there are other spheres. The most powerful of our mages can open passages between these worlds.
So monsters
They
came to
usually
our
do that
world
to
because
summon
we
the
opened up
monsters
portals
we
and
then
let them
have to
in?
hunt.
We
The
summon
elves we
demons?
saw
Everyone
come
hates
from
witches
another
until they
world,
pretty much.
And they weren't summoned.
Pretty much everybody calls witchers like I know Geralt's been
Not
called many
exactly
names until they
easy,
need him.
So they usually send their spectral emanations. They come in person on special missions.
As they did for you and Yennefer. So, elves from another world and their trained wraiths. What did they want from you?
I've got an idea. But that's not your
Well,
concern.
enlighten us, Geralt. Get him. Let him kill him. Let him kill him. Yeah, I'm curious what they wanted out of Geralt. Because it sounds like he said that like the Wild Hunt, the wraiths, and these elves from another world came looking for him for some reason, which is interesting. Unless they wanted to know the ways of the Witcher. Maybe they don't have Witchers in their world. Blood for the blood gods.
Tell me about Yennefer. What happened after I departed?
Pardon.
She was feverish for several days. Delirious. In agony. We thought that was it. She was on her way out. Somehow she recovered. But even then she was disoriented. Amnesia like you.
What then?
Well, the woman turned out to be quite a character. Throwing temper tantrums. Trying to seduce orcs. Trying to drive a wedge between
So she's
us.
manipulative.
After you so nobly sacrificed yourself, we thought it'd be dumb just to leave her somewhere. She wouldn't have survived more than a month. The whims and vigor of a duchess, but she was just a sorceress with no memory. We were in the heart of the Empire. And as I'm sure you know, Geralt, in Nilfgaard, mages who behave like that either drop their bad habits quickly, or are drawn and quartered by horses in the middle of Victory Square.
So I heard.
I keep forgetting that
So we
Yennefer was
set
also
out.
a sorceress.
Wandered through the provinces. Everywhere we went, she got
I mean,
in
I shouldn't be
trouble and we
surprised.
pulled her out.
Because Geralt definitely has a type.
And then one day they captured us. The Imperial Secret Police. Me, Ox, Sarret, and Yennefer.
Imperial Secret Police?
We were separated, and they questioned us. Long and thoroughly, but it was uneventful. No violence. That's how I met Vatia de Rideau. And a couple of weeks later, the Emperor himself.
And that's when he got hired to kill the kings and cause the
A
chaos, I'm
simple
guessing?
witcher.
What happened to Yennefer?
I don't know. Never saw her again.
Just disappeared? Vanished?
The Emperor
She's gone?
offered me a mission in the northern kingdoms. As for Yennefer, I had the feeling she was somehow important to Emir. As I see it, they learned of the lodge from her. Those Imperial spooks have their ways. All I heard is that Vatir had his men watch Yennefer closely throughout the time she was at the palace. Then we went off to slay the kings of the north. That's where my knowledge ends.
So she's in the Empire.
Well,
She was when I left.
I was like, I don't think that's what he said. I kind of want to...
No,
Because he had other things to talk about. Like this. How did you find Sheila? How did you learn about the lodge? Well, that's not... He learned it from the Emperor. How did you find Sheila? That's not to How did you kill Devend? How did you know Faltus would get to the Solar? You wanted to take over Yorvith's unit. What was the idea? Sheila came to float, so I'm looking for you. You've had to slay Henselt. But Henselt... I'm trying to remember who Henselt was. It always gets me sleepy. Well, this is like endgame story stuff. It's like the answer. We're answering a lot of the questions that we had like for the whole game. None of this. Like, Sheila came to float, so I'm looking for you. None of this is like stuff. I don't remember anything about this. Yeah, because like this. How did Sheila? How did you find Sheila? I mean, that's not too surprising. Stabbed him. He probably stabbed him, Geralt. How did he kill? Stab. I don't think we're gonna get to let this many times too. No, I'm not gonna, because I was looking at any of these I wanted to read, like this one, no, or like wanted to hear no. Like unless he like, what do you call it? Set up Foltest, like he set up Foltest to get to where he was. It's like none of these like I really need to know. Who even dumped so much information? Yeah, at the very end, literally we've had these questions for the entire game, and all of a sudden there's like information overload right at the end.
I'm done talking. Let's finish this.
Are we actually fighting?
Want to fight?
No.
Any vodka left in that bottle?
A swig apiece. Here.
Geralt, drink it all. He doesn't need it. Geralt, that's more than a swig, Geralt. I was like, watch it be empty. I would laugh. He's like, God damn it, Geralt, I said a swig each.
The Imperial Army is probably crossing the Yaruga as we speak. Pure pandemonium.
Like, he doesn't seem like a
ensue.
bad guy. He just was trying to remake his order, just going about it the wrong way.
South, where the good life awaits.
You're a fool, Letho. Both you and your Emperor are forgetting one thing. Misfortune brings people together. Very shortly, the North could be united like never before. Thanks to
I don't know, he seems like a bad guy to me.
That's just not my
Is
concern.
it because he has a scar, Pebbles?
I'm not your foe. I never was.
Just because he has a scar doesn't make him a bad guy.
Let me walk away and I will. You'll never see me again. Force me to fight, and this time I'll kill you.
Honestly, cause again, like, Geralt's done some fucked up shit for money. I mean, like, we can't say Geralt hasn't killed some people for money. Like, it's kind of the same thing. Like, why should I judge him for doing it? And again, he like could have killed Geralt many times and chose not to. Like, that's why Letho's kind of like, if you decide to fight me now, I will make sure to kill you. Because like the other times I let you go. Yeah, go.
I've learned all I wanted to know. I can feel the memories coming back. Your death won't change a thing. Go where you will.
You better retire
Just like that.
on a farm.
No threats. No words of
Get some sheep.
wisdom.
You going or
Learn
not?
knitting.
Farewell, Geralt.
Bye, Letho. What is it? Sit. Stay. I don't think he's gonna stay there, Geralt. I mean, I wouldn't want to stay in a burning village, town, kingdom. It's a mighty fine door. Triss, you seen some shit, Triss. Triss needs a drink. Why'd you stop? Every life is precious. Geralt, I swear to God, if you squish it, I will be very upset with you. Fly, ladybug. What is he having a moment? He's having an existential crisis all of a sudden. All of a sudden, I've just never seen Geralt just be like, oh, look, a butterfly. Looks ladybug. No. I'm hungry, snap. Delicious protein. Every life is precious. It's just such a weird moment for me to see Geralt. I could see Triss doing it, and maybe Yorvith, but Geralt is weird to see him be like, ladybug. So cute. Thought he was just gonna shoo it away.
The Witcher had traveled far and wide in search of the Kingslayers. Along the way, he had met both the righteous and scoundrels. Bernard Laredo, amongst the latter. Laredo sold Flotsam to Kedwin and scattered the local non-humans to the four winds.
Fuck that guy. I hated that guy.
Flotsam became a military base. Its civilian population was resettled. In Edirn, the Witcher witnessed Saskia the Dragon Slayer achieve a great victory. The Pontar Valley, previously Upper Edirn, became a promised land for outcasts who dared dream of freedom.
It became its own city-state.
Even sly old Zoltan Chive came to believe in this land of bliss. Yet dark times approached for the architects of the New Order.
And they still don't wear pants.
Dark clouds have been gathering over Temeria since Foltest's death. Stripped of its king, the land was like a rich cloth which nobles began to shred.
God, I don't like your... Is it Radovid?
These minor scavengers, however,
fuck Radovid.
scurried off in fear when
I hope I can get to
troop
kill
leaders
him
reached
in
out for their
in the third game, because fuck that man.
The summit at Loch Muin sealed the fate of Foltest's realm, when Radovid of Redania and Henselt of Kedwin divided it between them.
Oh my god, they became friends? Of course, the two fucked up guys in the game became friends and are like, yes,
the
let's...
Tempest descended on the north.
Divide our
partly
riches.
the work of manipulative mages.
Oh, they were burning everybody that knew magic.
It seemed the turmoil in Temeria, Edirn, and Kedwin
Like witch
would
trials.
benefit them most. Common folk turned against sorceresses and all magic freaks, witchers included.
Wow, so pretty much they killed anything that wasn't human.
Castles that had hitherto welcomed mavens of the magic arts now shut their gates to any who sought shelter there. A witch hunt ensued.
That's fucked up.
It was a time of great uncertainty, of rape accomplished by royal decree. Yet as troubled as the days seemed, we, who had in some way shaped the world's fate, finally received some respite.
You guys are still the
Zoltan
picture of
resumed
Yorvith
the
on the
quest
wall?
for his beloved's hand, and I laid my head in the laps of the muses.
Oh my god.
Who could have
Dandelion
known
really...
this tempest which had ravaged the north was but a harbinger of darker days, and the preamble to an entirely new tale of Geralt of Rivia.
You need to play 3 then. I do need to play 3. I want to kill Radovid. God, that guy. I hate Radovid. Oh my god, Radovid was like the character I hated. Like, even Letho. All he did, like, Radovid though. Oh my god, that asshole. Even the other king, I think it's Hansel? Was the other king? That dude's an asshole too. Oh my goodness. I like how Dandelion seems to take credit. Like, he's like, me and Geralt on our wonderful journey. I'm like, Dandelion, what did you do during the whole journey? I was here for moral support. I'm like, yes, Dandelion, that's literally all you did. Like, when he writes the stories, he writes himself in like he helped Geralt do all these wondrous things. I'm like, really, Dandelion? Really? Great fight. Oh, it's perfect. He is a bad person indeed. I've done that man's. Especially after, like, what he did to, like, Philippa. Like, again, like, I get Philippa wasn't the greatest, but, like, in, like, hanging and, like, torturing. Again, if you're gonna kill somebody, just kill them. You don't need to, like, put them on a stick. Rapid volume. Again, the story was great. It's just very, like... Again, it was very glitchy. The game was very glitchy. As we all know. Sometimes the quests weren't so straightforward. Like, the quest would be like, do this thing. I'm like, okay, how do I do said thing? It'd be like, go get this flower that does this and this. I'm like... Or, like, make this potion. I'm like, okay, how do I make this potion? It's like, it wasn't, like, very straightforward with some of the quests. And it was kind of confusing. There was a lot to unfold too. There was like a big, like the other thing too is like there was a lot of questions that I had that literally don't get answered until you literally talk to Letho at the end, and even Letho like doesn't give you really answers. I don't like how they like unloaded all the answers right at the end kind of thing. She's not an awful person, but not trustworthy. Yeah, exactly. Again, she reminds me like she's out for her own gain. Like she does what's in her best, but again, like I said, like I feel like the sorceresses make sure that no one king gets too powerful. Like, they make sure that there's a balance within the kingdom, because if one king becomes too weak, or one becomes too powerful, then, you know, of course, they try to keep the power balance kind of thing. God, I hope I stab Radovid. God, I feel like he's a big person in the set, in the third one. Because I have a feeling it's about, like, in the north with the whole war and everything. Unless it's completely different. I know it's about, apparently, the wild hunt that we know so little and so much about. Because, again, every time the game tried to give us information about the wild hunt in this one, They didn't answer one question, but give you like 3 other questions. They'd answer one question, but then they'd leave you with 3 other ones. He's a side quest character and said, oh, I'm gonna find that side quest, I'm gonna stab him. They're gonna be like, do you want to kill Radovid or not? I'm like, oh, kill. Extra kill. That's a creepy picture. If that's a picture of Geralt, that is the most terrifying picture of Geralt I've ever seen. Oh, they're just random people. Oh my god. It's, again, like, the story was good. It's just, what do you call it? I wish they had, like, unloaded the information, like, a lot slower throughout the entire story instead of, like, unloading it all at the very end with Letho. But I guess if they were trying to say that, like, Geralt had forgotten everything and the only person that could really tell him was Letho. Letho was really the only one who could answer all those questions because Geralt forgot everything. You'll learn more in the 3rd game. They left the Wild Hunt ambiguous. I get that. I do get that. I understand that. But there was, like, other questions, too, like, the whole, like, why kill the kings? And, like, I guess they kind of answered that because he wanted to remake the Viper School. Yeah, other than that, I think the game, compared to 1, I like the gameplay of this one better, other than the glitchiness. Because 1 was really wonky. I played it a long time ago, like, before I even started streaming. I played 1 a long time ago, and the gameplay was really wonky. The story was good. Gameplay was wonky. But I would deal with wonkiness over glitchiness any day. This game has no glitches. Are you sure? Are you sure about that? It's highly suspicious there, Lycon. Sure. Let me just go reload the hair glitch. Oh my goodness. I didn't see a single one. Oh. Oh, good. I'm glad you didn't see it. Again, like, the hair glitch was just funny. I think the glitch that drove me crazy the most was that Geralt kept getting stuck in doors. Like, he'd go to open the door, but then he'd get stuck in the corner, and it just caused him to walk in place endlessly. And then, of course, I'd have to reload. That's the only glitch that drove me crazy, was that stupid door glitch. I think he got stuck on, like, 10 or 20 doors, and I'd have to reload, and that's what drove me crazy. It is you checking your GMs now, you see nothing, ghost! Oh. Not right now. I'll check them after stream. But yeah, so I think the story was good. It's interesting too, because they kind of built it up where you would kind of, they were kind of hinting that you would help, like, influence who would become the new king, or, like, queen in that case. But that never really happened because the whole kingdom was just wiped out. Like, it doesn't matter if you wanted Saskia to become queen or this person to become king, they're just wiped out. I also like how didn't see Stennis at the end. Yeah, I check it after stream. Yeah, unless, because Stennis and Radovid are different, right? Because again, they just look so similar. Because they both, like, are just bald-headed princes. Or, well, I guess one's a king now. Because it sounds like Stennis became the king of the realm. It sounds like. Because they said that he got, like, crowned. Because he wasn't at the summit. I also liked how they did some of the cutscenes with that animated style. It reminds me a lot of Darkest Dungeon. That whole, like, style, like the kind of grungy art. Kind of dark, grungy artwork. I like that a lot. I like that style. I do definitely want to play 3. I won't play it next. The next game is going to be a horror game. I know 3 takes a long time. I know these kind of RPGs take a long time, so I try to space out. I try to space out RPGs because I know they take a good bit. It sucks that CD Projekt Red are getting shafted by their shareholders over Cyberpunk. I mean, I get it. Like, it does suck, but also too. Say for instance, if I put that, say for instance, I paid like 100K into, like, I gave a company 100K to make a video game, and then it flopped hard because of glitches and problems and stuff, and really all they had to do was just, like, you know, work on the game longer, because it's their fault that they released the game as early as they did. That's their fault. Like, again, people could say, well, they were pressured by their fans or they were pressured by the shareholder. I'm like, the company had a choice to, like, you know, wait a couple months and stuff like that. I would be pissed if I put a bunch of money into a company and then all of a sudden, like, the game comes out and it's glitchy and it's all blah, blah. So I kind of get where the shareholders are coming from. The game was developed for 8 years. Yeah, that's also a thing, too. I mean, again, I get it's supposed to be, like, this big, like, marvel of, like, modern technology, so beautiful. They were promised too much. Yeah, that's the problem, too. If you make promises, you gotta make sure you keep them, especially with people who supply the mun-muns. Weren't they also being a bit of an asses, too? They cut too much. Yeah. That's the problem with when you take money from shareholders. Be ready, because if you don't promise what, like, if you don't, like, keep up to your promises, they're gonna come after you. Not to mention a hacker group stole a lot of sensitive tech. Yeah, so it's that whole situation is just fucked. No Man's Sky, weren't they also a bit asses too? At least No Man's Sky, to give No Man's Sky credit, at least No Man's Sky came back and like revamped their game, and now it's like I've seen people play it. Like I think I've watched Okami play it, and it actually looks like a good game now. Like yeah, they made too many promises before the game was dropped, but like now it looks good. They fixed their shit though. Yeah, at least they fixed it. I know, like I guess Cyberpunk fixed theirs too, but I still hear a lot of people that are like, I guess better, but it's again still the what do you call it? The shareholders are still not pleased. It's not what they wanted, kind of thing. No Man's Sky sucked, but slowly came out. Yeah, see, at least they, like, because I get that games aren't going to be perfect when they first come out. Even with all the game testing, the QAs, all that stuff, games aren't going to be perfect. So again, that's why I kind of wait. I don't really pre-order games anymore. I kind of wait for them to be out for a couple months. Unless I really want to play the game, like Resident Evil 8. Again, like, as long as the game, like, say for instance, the game comes out and has a glitch or it's not good, as long as the company comes back and fixes it, I don't think there's any problem with that. What it sucks is when a company knows that the game sucks and then they don't do anything about it. I've seen a couple companies do that. They're like, well, it's not our problem. Like, those are the companies that suck. Yeah, No Man's Sky doesn't take 3 to 4 real-time days to go to planet to planet. Cyberpunk 27 came out meh, and it's still 50-50 some people. See, that's the problem. Like, you would think, like, if Cyberpunk... Like, again, I get that they were kind of rushed at the end and pushed to, like, release and then blah, 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 blah. You would think once they realized what was wrong with it, they'd come back and fix it. But it sounds like they haven't fixed everything, or they're not doing anything about it. This felt like a reskin GTA. Really? I'm not a big fan of GTA games. I never got into it. Take 3 to 4 days to go. You imagine. Imagine, like, a real-time days. What are you doing, honey? I'm still trying to get from one planet to the other. Weren't you trying to get there, like, last week? Yes, I'm still trying to get to the planet. That's like when a game is too realistic. It's like you're trying to get from, like, what do you call it? Like, Florida to, like, I don't know, like, Miami to New York, and it takes, like, a whole day to drive there in game. Where we made the game super realistic, and it's like, game, you made it too realistic. I didn't want to drive 24 hours to this one city. You imagine you forgot something, you had to drive back. Fuck, I forgot the quest item. I have to run back. Oh my goodness. That's why fast travel is nice. Again, I get, like, some games, like, you know, I get, like, Skyrim. At least Skyrim, you know, how Skyrim makes you travel to the location, but after you travel to it the first time, you can fast travel. Like, I think that method is perfect. Like, you should have to get there first, but after that, you can fast travel to it. Like, but there's, like, some games, like Vampire. That city was so, like, it was like a maze. Kind of like this game. In Witcher, there were some areas that were just, like, so hard to navigate through because the map was just very, like, not helpful. And it's like, it would be really nice to have a fast travel, but they didn't do that. So it, like, made it, like, really obnoxious when you had to, like, travel through the maps because it's, like, very convoluted and, like, a maze. It feels and plays like GTA 5, Mafia 3, and Watch Dogs. I tried Watch Dogs. I tried it so bad. I tried to get into it so bad because I like the whole, like, you're a hacker. Like, you use your brain more than just guns and stuff. But it's just, like, I just couldn't get into it. I tried the first one. I just couldn't get into it. It wasn't my kind of game. Those are, like, GTA, like, Watch Dogs and stuff are just not my kind of games. And I think that's why it just, Watch Dogs reminded me too much of GTA. Final Fantasy 15 takes 15 minutes to drive places sometimes, only when your car's Oh yeah, I remember that. I watched Durgan. Though it's kind of, that's one of those games, though, that the scenery is so beautiful. Like when Durgan played Ghost of Tsushima and he had to run places on his horse, I was like, I'm not even mad. the what do you call it? The graphics are so pretty that it, like, I feel like I'm running through, like, a countryside, and, like, you can see, like, the cherry blossoms. It's, like, so pretty. That's like Final Fantasy 15 was like that. It was, like, so pretty. I'm like, I don't even care if I have to drive, like, for 3 hours. By the way, did you save Sheila? I did. I did save Sheila. When she was trying to teleport away with the crystal. Yeah, it was nice. And I was like, boop. Because then she was the one that told me that Yennefer's still alive. She's like, by the way, Yennefer's, like, over here. Okay, talk to you later. And then, like, poured it away. Good. Yes, Pebbles. I'm guessing Sheila's in the third game. Did you know that some choices... Yes, I figured. It's like a Mass Effect. I'm guessing it's like a Mass Effect game. Because I know when I loaded this one up, it was like, it was trying to find my game 1 file. And I was like, oh, you're not gonna find that. Because I played the first game on my laptop, and 1, this is a different computer, but 2, I played it on my laptop like 6 years ago. So it's not on there anymore, it's gone. So I was like, yeah, I don't have the first save file. Because I was trying to find the decisions I made in the first game. I'm like, yeah, I don't have those. I have a boss called Nickname the 72-hour boss because, oh my god, does it really take that long? Holy shit. Holy shit, I hope not. That's like, isn't there like a Forza? There's like, in one of the Forza games, there's like a race that takes 8 hours long, if I remember correctly. Like, it's like a cross-country, like, race game, like, race where you have to take 8 hours or something. There's no 72-hour boss. Damn. I was looking so forward to it. It's a 2-hour boss. It's not 72 hours, it's a 2-hour boss. Get it right. 2 hours is still long. Though I can't really say anything, because I remember in Dragon's Dogma, there was a boss that I was so under-leveled for, but I was like, I will kill it! And it literally took me like 2 hours to beat it. Pebbles like, leave the boss! I'm like, no! And I finally beat it, I'm like, I did it! And Pebbles like, this is time that we'll never get back. The Beholder, it's a 72 hours in game. Oh. Ew. But yeah. I just remember the giant beholder, if anybody was here for the Dragon's Dogma, it's a giant beholder that like took me 2 hours. So you can cheese it and kill it in 30 minutes. Oh, that sounds like something I would do. With a ring? Oh, kind of like the dagger that insta-kills in Skyrim. The sink. Sink. Yeah, I'm not sure if because again, usually after I'm done beating the game, I uninstall it. So hopefully it will say, well, I don't have cloud save on though, because the cloud saves apparently were breaking this game. But hopefully it will store the save file somewhere on my computer, so then when I do play 3, it will transition over. If not, I know like with Mass Effect, if you don't have, what do you call it? If you don't like have your save file, it just asks you the questions from the previous game to kind of fill in like what, like, you know, since you don't have the save file, it fills in all that stuff by answering your, having you answer questions. Well, because you decided to do DLC in new game. Yeah. Well, plus apparently for that part, Pebbles, you're supposed to be like level 200, and Mantos takes, wow, that's a long time. Just look at it, holy shit. And apparently to get to that level, you have to do like new game like plus. You have to like beat the game like at least, I think somebody said like to do that part you have to beat the game like I think like 2 or 3 times, or you have to just do a lot of grinding. I think there was somebody that was like, you shouldn't have, your first playthrough you should not go to that area. I was gonna say, which game are we talking about? We're talking about 15? Cause I know in like 13 you can like insta-kill the turtle with like, I think like Vanille, I think? The giant turtle with legit mountain on it. It's like, oh yeah, no. I know. Big turtle. Giant turtle. He's like, oh thank you, Mike, appreciate you. Finally killed the dragon. Well, save the dragon. I killed the evil in her heart. That's what I did. This is a lot of people working on this game. You're telling me all these people worked on this game, but no one, like none of the QA testers had problems with the door or the hair? You're telling me all these people worked on this game and no one was like, we should probably fix the doors. No, it's fine. It only happens like 1% of the time. I think we'll be fine. And then I got hit with like every single door. Glitch. No, it's... Again, I know older games have their wonkiness to them. Died. Doors were the death of me. But yeah, so the next, after stream, I'll be putting up a poll for the next game, which will be a horror game. Oh, you're done. Good. Thank you, Meat. I know I was a noob, Meat, but I beat the game at least. Even noobs can beat games. Scary game, yes. Which will be, the poll's gonna be between Pathologic, the original, not the newer one, the original Pathologic. I will play the newer one at some point too, but it'd be Pathologic, Manamedin, and Until Dawn will be the 3 on the poll. You're not a noob, you're... Dude, I have to watch. I don't know if it's worse or better. I'm like, I don't know if I should be offended or if that's a compliment, like... Because again, I don't know if like noob or bad, like what's higher or what's lower. Because like to me, when you're just like, you're just bad, I'm like, okay, so wait. Because when people call me a noob, it seems offensive, but when somebody just says I'm bad, as long as it made you laugh, I did my job. So I was like, I don't know if that's a compliment or if I should be offended. I don't know. The problem is, like, with quick time events, it's always, I swear to God, every time there's a quick time event, streamers can probably relate to this. Every time there's a quick time event, every time I'm like, oh, hi, chat, is when the quick time event comes up, and then I come back and I'm like, well, and now I'm dead. I look away for 1 second, and it's like, you should press Y right now, and I'm like, oh, well. That's what happened to Momo Jr. when I played Mass Effect 2. I literally, like, Momo's, like, about to, like, interrogating his, like, assistant, and I look over at chat, and a quick time event happens where you're supposed to stop Momo from shooting Momo Jr., and when I looked over at chat, it only gave me 2 seconds to respond, and I didn't click the mouse button in time, and Momo Jr. was dead. It was like, oh, well, that's unfortunate. I also think I was taking a drink of water at the same time, too, so when I tried to react real fast, I was like, fuck the water bottle! It was a quick time. It was a time choice. Like, it was like, you remember how it had, like, Paragon and, like, Renegade on the bottom, where you had to hit with a mouse? It was like, you have to hit it within a certain amount of time. So it was like, it was a Paragon choice. And I was like, oh, hi guys, hi chat, I'm taking a drink of water. Time to hydrate, hydration's important. And Momo was like, I'm gonna shoot this man. I was like, fuck! It was before I had a desk too, so I have to screw on the cap on the water bottle and put it down. And by the time the water bottle was down, Momo Jr. was dead. Oh, we at the end? No? This is the beginning, Splooshy. Splooshy, we started a whole new game. Where have you been? This is Witcher 3. The starting credits. Oh. Someone is late. Splooshy's been here. I think Splooshy went to go get Din Din. I like Splooshy, I've been here, me. Where were you? I'm like, you, oh. Where were you? Where were you on the night of the 5th? Someone was eating their sandwich for an eternity. Listen, sometimes sandwiches be that good. You just eat it for days. For days. Mechanical rhythm? What is that? Mechanical rhythm? I just imagine like some weird, I don't know. What is that band called? That like uses like trash cans to make like music. That's what I imagine when you do Mecha. Oh, Russian dub, the only dub I played Witcher. Look at all the people. Isn't it amazing? Like just like, because again, like you gotta think like they have all the voice actors and they have to do all the, like subtitles and stuff. Like just like each country alone has like 50 people. Why were you not paying attention? Oh, I've been enjoying GTA 5 with my friends. Stop. Yes, thank you, Durgan. Yes, stop. Yeah, I just couldn't get into GTA. I like watching people play, it's just not my game. Meat court now. Follow. Yeah. GTA is dookie. Oh, dude. I heard the story is really good, and a lot of people try to get me to play GTA Online, but it's not my game. I like GTA 5. The characters are pretty cool. The characters are pretty interesting. It's just not my game. But how it plays, and unfortunately, didn't Assassin's Creed Black Flag have checkpoints because the credits were so long? We've only been here for 10 minutes, like God. It's fine. We still have another 50 minutes till the end of the stream. We still have an hour. We'll be fine. GTA 5 is like RP, so you basically so it's like a role. You're on like a role playing server. Is that what you're doing? Because I know there's like high role playing servers where people like will act like cops and stuff. It's been ages. Why so many Russian dubbies? Which is funny because like remember we said like the dwarves all had the same voice actor, but apparently in the Russian dub every dwarf has their own voice actor. When English dub sounded like it. Exactly. When the English dub sounded like it had 15 voice actors, but the Russian apparently has like a gazillion. All dwarves sounded the same. Oh my goodness. Maybe English voice actors are more expensive. I don't know. Propaganda? What do you mean like advertisement? I don't think you should call it propaganda. I think you should call it marketing. What's the difference between, isn't propaganda and marketing kind of similar? I'm so confused. PR. Oh, we can't forget the public relations. I feel like all of those should go under one bracket. Should just be marketing. I feel like that's all the same team. Look at all the PR people. What did you, Witcher, what did you do that you needed so many PR people in Russian? Just Russian alone. Oh my goodness. It's probably because they have a lot of PR, because apparently Geralt was trying to, like, sleep with everybody in the game, basically, yes. That's why I was like, why is it just so weird? I don't understand. Oh, here's the testers. Translators and proofreaders. There was only 5 translators? Holy shit. Holy shit. Hungarian localization. Actually, not a lot of testers. I'm guessing you have to have testers in each language too, so then you can see like the voice acting and everything. Poems. And 1 man was in charge of poems. And 1 proofreader. Wait, is this? Oh, this is Hungarian. I thought we were still the same. I thought we were still the same bracket. It went by so fast. What Hungarian looks? Look, it's so short. Production banner. Look, Hungarian's already done. We're into Japanese already. Hungarian just went by. Reading the Russian. Why did Russian take so long? Look at even Japanese. 1 Japanese localization, 1 producer, 1 person in charge of animators, 1 person coordinated, 1 marketing person, but Russia apparently needs 40 people for each thing. Did Russia do that for 50 days? See, look, they only need 2 PR people, but Russia needed like 7. What happened in Russia that I need to know about? Oh my goodness gracious, localization coordinator. I don't know why Russia's team was brrrr, and then like everybody else's team was like, because look, we're in the Chinese already. I'm so confused. Oh my goodness. It seemed like Russia went on forever, but these ones are just time to go through the other language. You don't even know how much people like Witcher. Is it a big game? Well, it's Slavic, right? It's Slavic folklore, right? So it's more like folklore from that kind of region, right? I'm guessing like an area, not like but area. Russia unites people. What happens in Russia stays in Russia? Some find unnatural. The game is from Poland. Oh, I don't. Well, I was a little off. But I mean, I thought the mythology though is like, I think we said Slavic, right? Trying to remember where like most of their monsters. It just happens that the atmosphere of the game and books fitted Slavic mythology. Really? So it just happened that the Poland's like, it just happened to be. We might have stolen a few things from Slavic mythology. I mean, it's very unique because in the like, even though a lot of the creatures you could be like, well, that's a vampire, and that's a blah blah blah, like more like, I guess like European kind of like names for creatures, but it's the Slavic version of each creature. Because again, like a lot of cultures have vampires in their culture, but they each call them something different, and each vampire is different in each culture. Like some of them like can't come out in sunlight, some of them can. Some of them can turn into bats, some of them don't. It's like, you know, like each culture has a vampire, they're just all slightly different. And of course, some Scandinavian mythology, the wild hunt, of course, will hunt. Oh, I can't type your fucking temples. Wild hunt. The hunt. Yeah, no, it's more unique creatures, because even though it's like creatures we've seen before, they give them like that Slavic twist to them. Like I know, like the pop vinyl I have on behind me that shows up in the 3rd game looks like a Wendigo, but it's not a Wendigo. It's like a creature in Slavic folklore, but it just looks like a Wendigo. It's like it's interesting that a lot of cultures have similar monsters in mythology and stuff, but they're like always slightly different. Like that's why I'm like always I feel like both like years, like thousands of years ago, monsters just roamed the land, because it's very weird like that multiple cultures and very ancient cultures had similar monsters. It's just weird that like, you know, why did 20 different why do vampires show up in 20 different cultures? Like, yeah, they're all slightly different, but it just seems weird that they'd all have similar creatures if they're not real. So what are we playing now? Scary games. Either good game, bad game, or good... Wait. Oh, because Madam Ed and you don't like... You're like, either good game, bad game, or good game. I think we reached the end of the credits. But yeah, so it was like it's like a more unique twist that I see on creatures than like in other games, because like most games have vampires and they're like, I'm a giant bat thing. I'm like, oh, I've seen this before. Watch so many people play it. Yeah, I know. I mean, we do marbles, maybe. And all of them did not enjoy it. Oh. I mean, Nightwing didn't enjoy it, but that's also because Nightwing doesn't like scary games. I remember watching Nightwing play it, like part of it, and like literally a locker door opened and she was like, ugh. It's like, Nightwing. Why maybe Mario Kart? I don't have the setup for Mario Kart. Man, I had fun watching it. Uno? Play Uno. I don't have Uno. Everyone has Uno. Bunny! It came with your Xbox. Genshin? I would have to get Genshin set up. So you got a raid now, you got a stream for another. I mean, I was still gonna do marbles. But yeah, we just finished Witcher 2. Like, just finished it. I feel like that bunny's gonna kill that man. I feel like that's not a bunny. Shoot it with an arrow. It's whispering to him. I feel like that's not a normal bunny. I mean, you could play Genshin, but I don't think it's the best game for stream. Yeah, well, that and I don't have it set up to, like, stream at the moment. Oh! Bunny, no! Not the bud. How could you? But yeah, I appreciate that, something. What were you played? And I hope you had a good stream. Again, we literally just beat Witcher 2. Like, we were just experiencing like 30 minutes of credits. So you just missed that. It is just like that bunny meme. It is. That's why it was like, I feel like I've seen this before. Bunny, yes, don't tell Baron about the bun. Don't tell Baron. Thank you, Morningstar, for the biddies. You sweetheart, I appreciate you. Hope you're having a good day and a good weekend. Appreciate that. So what, is this supposed to hint towards the third game? I feel like this man's about to get kicked off this bridge. Yeah, you need to move. Oh, I think this man's about to get trampled. Yeah, it was a good stream. Well, I appreciate that, Minnie. You sweetheart. I appreciate that, Minnie. Does he still have the rabbit? Or did you kill the rabbit for nothing? You killed the rabbit for nothing. You murderer. You didn't even eat it. Oh, they burned down his village. Holy shit. Yes, welcome in, Raiders. Yeah, thank you for bringing your family to my family, appreciate it. Yeah, the next game we're gonna play is gonna be a horror game, not today. Well, if you had a family, I don't think your family made it. This is what happened, you took too long getting wood. Holy shit! Holy, abandon the town! The town is lost! You can get a new wife and kids, just go! Leave! Turget is like burning up. It's time to leave. Forget the rabbit. I like how the city right in the middle is the only one not being attacked. Just leave. This reminds me of people when they see Godzilla and then they just stand there and wait for Godzilla to squish them. The world that we know is near its end, yet the past remains the key to our future. So what, Geralt's gotta remember his past to save the future kind of thing? But I like how people just like, oh look, giant army, and then they just stand there and it's like, you need to run. Run, get up and go. I think it was Alfarigan. I think it was Radovid's army. Because again, like, remember they were going to try to take over the north or whatever. I think it's that army. Flag of Nerden is son. Then it probably is. Well, no, because Nilfgaardians had hired Letho to go in and cause chaos, right? The Nilfgaardians had hired Letho to kill the kings and accuse the sorceresses. So then the other kingdoms would kill the sorceresses. Like, so they killed two birds with one stone. Letho killed the kings and accused the sorceresses of hiring him, even though it was the Nilfgaardians. And then the kingdom took out their own sorceresses. And then now Nilfgaardians coming in now that there's chaos, because now they're weakened. That's right, because Letho talked about that, how the Nilfgaardians were going to come in once the north was weakened. The south was going to come in, because now they're weak. Now they have no sorceresses. A bunch of the kingdoms have, their kings are dead. So they have nobody really leading them. So yeah, that makes sense. So, that makes sense. That makes sense. The Emperor of Nilfgaardian is a manipulator. He plays his card. Very smart. Because again, he literally let them take themselves out. And now he's just coming in to just do the cleanup. So you'll only know about him in the third game.